Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Using conditional formatting, we want to build a time schedule. There's nothing difficult here. You just have to think through the process. One is conditional formatting is going to do the coloring for us if it's true. But you have to be able to input the correct formula. We're going to just ask, is this particular time, 00, going to fit within this start and end time? We're just going to go if, I'll just show you. Here's the formula. It's a bit intimidating. Don't let it overwhelm you. Over here, we just have an if, an and ors. Here's the long narrative. Instead of me reading it word for word, let me highlight some of the key areas. I broke this down. I have a tendency of encouraging you to do that, especially on formulas like this that have multiple outputs. Here we have this if statement and a nested and then this or. Here's the or. We're going from right to left. Here's the entire formula, and you can see the or right here. From here, from this point, from B5, we're asking or D4 right here greater than equal to B5? No. Is D4? No. But, and we have this or, D4 less than C5. Is midnight less than 4 p.m.? Yes, it's true. And then we'll go down and we could do this all the way across, and you could see that's what I did. I just copied this across, and this is what conditional formatting does. It's going to say true, 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 true. Well, this is set up to trigger, in the event that our timelines, let's try something here. Let's go. The purpose of this OR function is to catch anything that crosses over midnight. So I could go 8 p.m. to, 2 a.m. It'll do the same thing. Let's go 4 a.m. And you can see here, we have true, 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 and now we're kicking falses out. If I put a.m. in here, we're crossing over that midnight threshold. You can see where we're running into these false. You can see the output here. You can see how we change this scheduling. Here, we're going to go over to this first false. What we're saying is, or H4, here we're going H4, is it greater than B5? Is 4 a.m. greater than 8 p.m.? Then we're asking, is H4 less than C5 than 4 a.m.? 4 a.m. and 4 a.m. equal each other. So that would be true, but H4, 4 a.m., is it greater than 8 p.m.? No. So it's going to kick out a false. But if we back up here, is 12 a.m. greater than 8 p.m.? Midnight less than 4 a.m.? Well, that's a good question. Is the new day greater than the previous day? Well, yes. So it kicks out a true. Here, this may be a little easier to understand. We pick either or. If it's true, it's going to give us true. E4, 1 a.m. greater than B5. E4, 1 a.m. less than 4 a.m. Yes. So we get true. When we're going through here, that's our first test. So I'm going to back out. Then our next, we open this thing up. Here we have this if and. So here's our and. So we have an and and an or. So we're going to ask, these two have to be true together in order to get this thing to produce a true. Conditional formatting will only color with trues. We're going to ask D4 greater than B5 and D4 less than C5. Let's look here. Let's just go to this true. And is 8 a.m. greater than equal to B5? Well, it's equal to. Is 8 a.m. less than 4 p.m.? Yeah, we color. Then we go over to this or. Go over to this or, you could see that we're not crossing over the midnight threshold. And if that's the normal case, they'll all be true. So our only test will be this and condition. And then really what we're asking is if B5 is less than C5, B5 is less than C5. If our time is backwards, we would get a false. So that's just an opening condition. And then we go over and we use this and to find trues and falses. Then if you're crossing over that midnight, this or function takes its place. What I just tried to communicate is here in this long written narrative. And in order to put this into place, you know the drill here. If we're going to install this to conditional formatting, well, make sure you grab this formula. Then once you have it in the copy mode, highlight this area, go to conditional formatting, hit new rule, go to use a formula to enter it, copy paste it right here, formula values with this formula is true, change your format. The final output will be, because it's already in place clearly with the colors here, you can just go edit rule and here is the formula. If you're typing this in, and in the future, you will be inputting this on your own because you're going to create your own conditional formats. Note the mixed references, okay? Remember, conditional format will be copying this thing. So keep in mind that copying across and copying down. And if your conditional formats are screwed up, your coloring won't be in sync. So think through it. That, inputting the mixed references is probably the most difficult part of this exercise. If you're confused or you just can't see this logically, then tear it apart like I did. And then put the pieces together. Read it if you need it. Review the anatomy. Brad Williams, Excel Primed.